My name is Alex Friedrich, and I'm from the Netherlands, University Medical Center Groningen. So, I was asked to tell you something about infection prevention and control, and what are the important parts at the moment from a scientific but also from a clinical point of view. We are in the middle of a pandemic. Infection prevention and control is more than crucial at the moment. But we also learn within this pandemic what is important. Not everywhere in a hospital you can achieve the same effects by focusing on infection prevention and control. How comes? Because hospitals and healthcare institutions, they are the hubs, they are the turbines of the transmission of microorganisms. We see that now at the moment in the pandemic, where the R value is usually 2 to 3, but within healthcare institutions it can be 6, 10 or even 20. So 6, 10 or 20 persons are infected by one. And how does that come? Because of the enormous mobility. Patients, healthcare workers, other staff, family, and they all get together in these hospitals, in these healthcare institutions. So to identify the hubs of transmission is very important. And we do that within the hospitals, of course, for antibiotic resistance, reducing the selective pressure, improving the hand hygiene. But that's not enough. There is not only an intra-hospital infection prevention control. There is an inter-hospital infection prevention and control system that you have to think about, because patients are admitted today and then they are discharged a few days later, or maybe a week or two later, and with the patients go the microorganisms. And so as patients are coming inside the hospital and going outside the hospital, going to long-term care facilities, going to home to the GP, then coming back to another hospital, going to another hospital, there's a continuous transfer of patients in a healthcare region. So if you want to have real impact on infection prevention and control, you have to understand that your region is in a cohesive collective system of transfer of patients, and with the patients go the microorganisms. So you have to identify the hubs of your region. You have to identify the hub departments and hub wards of your hospital. They are not all the same. You can do that. It's possible to calculate that, to see what are the wards or the hospitals that are most interconnected with the rest of the hospital or the region. And if you find them, then you would send the infection control nurses there every day. And don't lose time sending them to wards that really have no epidemiological impact. And the important thing here is every hospital and every region has a different risk profile in terms of transmission and hubs. So once understand the network interdependence that we have between different wards, different hospitals, we can identify the ones who are more important from an epidemiological point of view, and then invest in them, because if they do something, it has more impact than all the others try to do their best. So that's the important thing in the understanding of transmission, of antibiotic resistance, of infections like COVID, but also most other nosocomially transmitted microorganisms. I think that is the essence, that we have to look forward in the whole global part of reducing transmission, reducing the resistance, and so resistance prevention by reducing selective pressure, and finally to have this network awareness. One last thing, in order to do like this, to collaborate, there is one important mindset, and this important mindset is that you are able to truly collaborate with others in the hospital. It seems so simple, but it's one of the most difficult things I see in hospitals, between professions, between departments, between hospitals. There is this essence of competition, which is interesting, but it will be also sometimes a risk because people do not communicate. So start organizing in your hospital, in your region, infection prevention control teams, and get together the different disciplines that know how to do it. Do research on that, because in every region it will be different. And of course, translate that to the world and discuss it in scientific meetings and scientific congresses to match it with our reality. So that's the way I believe that is the most important in infection prevention control at the moment, and will still guide us for the next years. Thank you very much, and good luck.